What is good in the Slaz Up hood? You've clicked on the video, so you know what we're talking about. UFC 330 is this weekend. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. This card is like getting straight teeth. This card is garbage. You're telling me Cal Fernandez and Dustin Stoltzfus are on the main card of a pay-per-view in 2026. Who the fuck are these guys?
Who the fuck is that guy?
The UFC thinks that because they're giving us two title fights, that they can stack the rest of their main card with prelims level shit, man. I am not impressed with this card.
Not impressed by your performance.
There are some hidden gems, like some actually good names on this card. Names like Midabek Orabai, Trayson Gore, Esteban Ribovic. So keep your eye on those fights. But anyways, let's get into it. Islam Makhachev versus Ian Garry. Islam Makhachev is an Avengers level threat. Listen to this guy's accolades. Islam has been the pound for pound king, meaning pound for pound number one, for over 850 days at the time of recording this video. He is tied for first place for the longest UFC win streak of 16 wins. He is a double UFC champion with multiple title defenses and experience under his belt, and he hasn't lost in over 10 years. Listen to his resume. Jack Della Maddalena, Dustin Poirier, Volkanovski twice, Charles Oliveira, Arman Tsarukyan. Islam Makhachev has beat all these elite level guys. You already know his greatest strengths and his kind of fight game. He has elite level grappling. He has a huge takedown threat. He has submission threat. He has very good defensive capabilities with a 61% striking defense and a 91% takedown defense. He has amazing fight IQ and has one of the greatest quarters in MMA. And most importantly, Islam Makhachev has lighter man's skill. Do I even need to say any more about this guy? Let's talk about Ian Garry. Ian Machado Garry is a pretty tough cookie as well.
I cry watching Disney films. I am so in touch with my feminine side that I feel like I'm more masculine because of it.
Ian Garry is the #1 ranked UFC welterweight with a 10-1 record in the UFC and a 17-1 professional MMA record. Under his resume, he has Bilal Muhammad, Carlos Prates, Michael Venom Page, and a loss to Shavkat, which he considers one of his greatest performances. But Ian Garry is a very difficult striking puzzle to solve. His greatest strengths are going to be his height and his reach advantage. His game plan and fight IQ paired with his Shute Box training camp and partners. He'll have that experience in these boogeyman stories from guys like Charles Oliveira. And Ian Garry will have the Charles Oliveira buff training out of Shute Box. So Islam Makhachev's got to watch out, man. Seriously, there are some important questions to answer in this fight. My first one is, how does Ian Garry respond to the takedown from Islam Makhachev? I don't doubt that Islam will take down Ian Garry multiple times, so how will Ian Garry handle the takedown? Will Ian Garry look to control the over-under hook game from the clinch and look to keep the fight on the feet, similar to how Ian Garry did in his fight against Bilal Muhammad? Or will Ian Garry look to out-scramble Makhachev for his life and really get into these top positions? Or will Ian Garry accept being on his back, playing his guard and his submission game, which against Makhachev I think is a trap. I do not think you want to be on your back against this guy. Makhachev has established that he's comfortable staying in top position exchanges where he will dominate and hold you down. These places like top mount, top half guard, top side control. This is where Islam Makhachev sets his game up, is from these top positions. But also, another question that needs to be addressed is one for Makhachev. How will he handle the fight IQ fouls from Ian Garry? Ian Garry, in his last fight against Bilal Muhammad, landed 2 eye pokes on Bilal. Ian Garry was able to foul twice and get away without any point deduction. And this is a really slick and taboo part of the fight game, because if you're able to foul multiple times against your opponent and get away with it while still causing damage, you're going to do it again. So I would like to know, how will Makhachev handle the fouls? But another thing I want to know is, how will Makhachev close the distance against Ian Garry and execute his setups? Obviously, Ian Garry has a big height and reach advantage over Makhachev, and he can prove to be very tricky to solve on the feet with his footwork and his circling. You have these really high-level guys like Bilal Muhammad and Carlos Prates, who struggled to close the space and exchange and the striking with Ian Garry. The height difference alone will prove to be problematic for some of Makhachev's tools on the feet, like his low kick being more rangier, his high kick, and his forward pressuring combinations. So, what is the Slaz Up MMA fight prediction for this fight? I think Islam Makhachev will have over 1.5 takedowns in this fight. I think Islam Makhachev will have over 5 minutes of top control time. And I'm going to pick Islam Makhachev to win this fight, either by way of decision or finish through a submission.